So, for the past 5 years, so we've built a narrative arc around the show that the songs fit into, and we've made a conscious decision this year that we're not going to build a whole musical, but we're going to present it more as a concert, and we're going to be presenting our songs. And it's just a showcase and a show off of the chorus and how wonderful, we can sing and what we can produce. And I think that that's going to be very pleasant for the audience. We've invited another chorus, the alumni chorus, to come and join us. They have yet to give us an official, yes, we're going to do this, but if you'll recall, on the March 15th concert, they sang in between, or after us, and they're a very terrific group. They're led by Chris McCafferty, and Chris was an assistant director for the Seachordsmen and led our Capture Your Voice. So that's kind of the connection, the tangential connection for the chorus. Then we're going to have Ted's quartet, Impact, sing, and Impact is made up of Dane Chevasu and the other guys, Ted and the guys from 4.0, and they're going to do 20 minutes in the second half of the show. And we're also going to have Melanie McGuire's quartet, Wink, is going to be also doing about 15-20 minutes in the second half of the show. So we're going to open up the show, and I'll just read you the blurb. The Seattle Seachordsmen, under the direction of Elizabeth Davies and Melanie McGuire, would like to welcome you to the celebration of the 70th anniversary of entertaining audiences in the Northwest. Tonight we will share music and memories from some of our past presidents, directors, and members. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. And then we're going to open with Circle of Life. So that's going to be our opening number. Everybody gets excited. And we do that, and then we're going to have some type of video remembrance. May have a former director or a past president kind of just share a memory about the Seachordsmen and some of the photos and images that we have from prior shows, put up. And then then the curtain's going to close, and Top of the Hill is going to come out and sing "I'm Beginning to See the Light." And then then the curtains are going to open back up, and we're all going to be staged and ready to sing "Ghost Riders in the Sky." And so in between Top of the Hill and the curtains opening, there'll be some other little video remembrance and blurb, that sort of sets up Ghost Riders in the Sky a little bit. And we get it, and we sing that. And we close the curtains, and video remembrance again, some kind of tie-in. And I've got a holder for quartet with a question mark, because I know that there's quartets that are practicing things, but I don't know who they are, and I don't know what they're singing. So if you're part of a quartet and plans on singing in the show, before you leave today, I need that information. So either you can email it to me right now, or you can just tell me and we can write it down so that I've got it.
Let me interject one thing. The reason Riders is the first one after the opening is because it's the oldest song. So that's chronology is part of the theme here.
Yeah,
we're talking about 70 years.
Are we going to include dates to let people understand that Riders is actually from 1949?
I'm guessing we're going to kind of build it into the program.
Okay.
We'll have the copyright age.
Because a lot of people don't realize that song is as old as it is.
Right.
True. Especially when we make it reindeer. Then we're going to come back and let's see, Ghost Riders in the Sky, and again, video remembrance quartet, and then video remembrance, and then opening up to Breaking Up Is Hard to Do. So we'll do that. And then that's going to close the curtain, video remembrance. Then I've got quartet, and I have Come On, Get Happy. Who's singing that?
The Fortune Seekers.
That's the Fortune Seekers? Fantastic, okay. So,
Who's in the Fortune Seekers? You are?
Me and Drew and Michael and Ryan Klein.
and by the way, all throughout the entire show, we'll just be wearing our tuxedos with our blue vests. And there might be some accents, and the quartets may come out wearing something different, but as a chorus, all you're going to be needing to wear is your tuxedo and your blue vest.
Bolo ties for Riders in the Sky.
No bolo vests.
Well, we might take off the tuxedos and just wear the vests and the the
Possible.
rest of the thing for riders. That was Melanie's idea.
Possible. Pete?
So chronologically is, are we at the spot where the skippers break off from the Seachordsmen? Is that why we're breaking up as hard to do?
There you go. Did they form from the Seachordsmen?
Yeah,
Is that what it was?
yeah, they broke up.
I think that should be a big dramatic part of the show. And then the skippers left.
Skipper!
When did they become? We have to break out.
Northwest Sound, it eventually became Northwest Sound. They went to Northwest Sound.
Trailers.
Kevin, are you making notes for me?
I'm emailing you, we could just.
Perfect. About the Fortune Seekers, come on, get happy, or no?
No, I'm just emailing you that number.
Oh, okay.
I'm not making that, sorry. Do you want
Is there anybody who could take a couple of notes for me as we go through this, as we're gathering info? Anybody got a pen? Got a piece of paper? Anybody? Okay. Then we've got, and then after Come On Get Happy sings, then we've got the Alumni Chorus is gonna step in and do their set of songs. And we're expecting they're gonna sing for about 15 minutes or so, and then we go to intermission. So that's about 45 minutes worth of music and activity for the first half of the show. We have a 15-minute intermission, then we come back in, and Sound Harmony is gonna sing. And Sound Harmony is gonna do their 2 sets.
Just one song, ABC.
ABC, so they're gonna sing ABC.
Easy's 1, 2, 3.
And then after Sound Harmony sings, we're gonna have Wink sing. And then we're going to have Impact come in and sing. And in between each one of these, we're gonna have again some type of video remembrance or, interview thing with the director or past president saying something. Then we come back, after Impact finishes, then we come back and we sing our 2 songs, Candyman and Cheer Up Charlie. Then Sound Harmony, then we're gonna close up the curtains, do one more video remembrance. Sound Harmony is gonna come up onto the stage. We open the curtain, we do Whole New World, and then we do closing credits and introduce everybody and get applause. What do you call that? At the end of the show? Milk in the
Outro.
Benediction.
Okay, there you go.
Post-load.
Yeah, the postlude.
Curtain call.
Curtain call, thank you. That's,
I was like, credits? No, that's a movie.
yeah. So we do the final curtain call, and then we close the curtains, and we're done. So that's the show. It's very, very straightforward.
Did you say Cheer Up Charlie?
I did,
Okay.
yep. Candyman, Cheer Up Charlie, and then
Whole New World. Okay.
We're not doing, you've got a friend?
We are not.
No, okay.
Nope. And then we go to the Afterglow afterwards, and Rod's got the Afterglow booked up, no?
I have one, I'm thinking about a different place if it worked out, but
Okay,
one is definitely set up, but we need to get it.
okay,
Once I can get all of that, I'll have tickets ready, but
yeah.
probably get nailed down.
Will you let Alumni, and will you let your course know about Afterglow? It'd be great to see Alumni there. I don't know if they were there at the Alumni concert Afterglow. I think they were. You should join our Afterglow. It'd be great to join Afterglow.
Absolutely.
And same for,
Now, in the past, we've sold tickets because there's a seating limit,
oh, I forgot.
and Mr. Fireman over here is kind of sensitive about.
Overwhelming.
About Jeff.
I forgot my bad. That wasn't a good part.
Fortune, man.
He has a thing about tragedy.
Mass hysteria. But we would like to have everybody come and be a part of that.
We have to tell them how much food to prepare, it's the big thing.
That's
You
true.
know, what you're gonna do.
So that overall, that's kind of the show, and does that help kind of
Yeah.
give you an idea what we're doing? So if we fill the venue, that's 800, there's 443 seats in the venue. So if we fill both venues, it's 886 seats. Our average price is $17 normally, kind of what we gauge for, what we plan on. $20 for adults, $15 for over 65 or under 18, under 6 free. But, so if we fill the venue, we expect that we're going to make gross about $15,000. And the venue cost and the paying for Wink and paying for Impact and giving some money to alumni because they may or may not want to have any money, I don't know, they're kind of this nonprofit sort of these things for the joy of it.
Just like us.
But we anticipate, you know, at our costs at a minimum are gonna be about $3,500. So any money that we don't sell tickets is just lost revenue. It's money left on the table. So our goal is 886. That's not a stretch goal, that's our goal. That's the limit of what we, you know, and so our job really is effectively, let's get every seat filled. Whether that's a 6-year-old that's not paying anything or it's whatever, we want a full hall. Kevin.
After doing the budget, as a church has to do the show budget, it's crazy that tickets really are the only revenue here. And the number of, like, we do get grants, we do get ads, but ticket-wise, that is the majority of the money. It's kind of crazy because like, there's so many different expenses. There's like auditorium, lighting, technical, all these different things about it, director, all the fees, afterglow. But then when it comes to revenue, it's only like 5 different rows in Excel, and 2 of them is afternoon and evening tickets, and that's most of it. So
Yeah.
I can't emphasize enough. After seeing the budget, I can share the budget if you all want, but tickets make or break just completely, just the whole system. It is all tickets. So don't think, because I used to think, grants, ads, it's fine, whatever, but it's kind of insane how important every ticket is. That's all where revenue comes, all where revenue comes.
Yeah. And what do we buy with those that revenue? We buy, we pay for Elizabeth.
Directors.
We buy directors, we buy the space that we rehearse in.
Scholarships.
And then we also provide scholarships and grants to other things. But really, this is our operating expenses for the year. So Drew has consistently sold a ton of tickets. There's a couple of other people that have sold a lot of tickets. One model that is an approach is just pay for your tickets. And then go and sell those tickets to people that you know, but at least the chorus has gotten that revenue. And then that allows us to do it. I think it puts pressure on yourself. Hey, you can either count it as, you know, to yourself as a donation, or you can get those tickets sold. But I mean, if selling tickets is not your thing, okay, I get that. Aaron Edwards has mentioned that he's willing to. He'll be happy to buy tickets and then just give you tickets to give to people. Part of it is we want to build an audience. Part of it is we want to make some revenue from this show. But building an audience is an awesome thing. Talk to people that you know who haven't experienced this before, and really try to get them to the show so that they can experience it. Then, as Pete said, we need to capture their email addresses. We need to do stuff to continue to build an audience for ourselves and for everybody else. Drew,
I invited a coworker to our Christmas show, and she brought her husband, and he's thinking of joining us now. I think he's a member now, isn't he?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. So.
yeah, I was at the blood bank the other day, and the guy said, I was at the blood bank, and the guy, I'll get you, Bob. They said, the guy at the blood bank said he lived in Shoreline, and I said, oh, really? Where'd your kids go to high school? They said, Shorewood. I said, well, we're doing a show up there. Really, what's the show? Sold them a ticket right there, $15. Boom. It was that easy. Go ahead.
You taught me to always carry tickets with me.
Always carry them.
Rather
Got them in my bag right there.
Just like business cards.
Yeah, we do have business cards, and people say, give me some more business cards. Tell you what, the ticket has all the information on it. Give them a ticket, take money from them, you've sold it.
I just want to share, I'm here because Drew gave me a ticket 3 years ago.
Oh,
Drew,
good job.
So, Pete,
Yeah, and if you're thinking of all these different people to give tickets to, wouldn't it be nice if one of them had dropped in on us while we were doing this thing earlier? That's the kind of fun that we're gonna be bringing into their lives, so.
sure. So every time I get into these shows and that we start investigating a little bit about it, I always get really fascinated and touched by some aspect of the show. And you know, when we did the Disney Noir show, what really touched me is that, there were 4,000 people living in the place where there are now those big cranes along the waterfront. And the only restroom facilities that they had was walking on a plank out to Elliott Bay to relieve themselves. And, you know, now we've got tent cities and homeless people all throughout the city, and people are shocked about it. Well, if you read the newspapers from 1930 or 1940 like we did, you see the same stuff over and over again. And I think when we're able to communicate to other people, like, what's going on in the world? And this show, personally, to me, has caused me to reflect, and you saw all the pictures and all the programs, how we are part of
Legacy.
a legacy. Yeah. That the Seachordsmen have been around for 7 years, and there have been guys just like us on the risers, and we don't know their names, a lot of them, and we don't know but we know the experience that they had, because it's the experience that we've had. We know the fellowship, we know the friendship, we know the joy, we know the frustration, and the, you know, kind of, Jesus, why don't you know your notes, or how come you can't do that? All of these guys, when you go back and read the minutes from the meetings, it's, how can we get guys to improve? How about if we do quartetting? Yeah, you know, and you know, there was a time when the chorus was from 1966 to 1972 qualified for international every year. Actually, 5 out of those 6 years. They had director Bill Flanagan. When you go through and you read what was going on, that guy was a hard ass. My God. But you know, it was just like, and then you think about Elizabeth and you think, our body is like this now. No, but it's, what's fascinating is that those men at that time had a choice to make, and the choice that they made is, we're going to perform at an incredibly high level. There was Bill Flanagan's 5. He had 5 rules. And the 5th rule was, I will only sing flat if Bill tells me that I can. Which is kind of fun. Yeah. But part of it too was that they said you had to be at 75% of the practices. If you dip below 75%, you were not allowed to be on the stage. And so the expectation was, hey, we're all in it together. Everybody's got to pull their own weight, and part of it is you had to be there, you had to practice.